Hello guys, my name is Kansas Viking and welcome to my 2019 Oscar predictions video. I love this time of year and I'm just going to break down the entire ballot for you and who I think is going to win, some notable snubs, and who I think should win. So we are going to start with Best Picture, and whenever I read the nominees of a category, I am reading them in my personal critical order. So we got Roma, Green Book, BlacKkKlansman, A Star is Born, The Favorite, Vice, Black Panther, and Bohemian Rhapsody. Of this list, my favorite upon the first viewing was Bohemian Rhapsody, and then my second favorite was Green Book. Right now, it's a 2 Oscar race for the actual award. It's between Roma and Green Book, and they were consequently my number 1 and 2. I think Roma is the best film to come out in 2018. It is a masterpiece movie, and I think the reason that it could lose right now, and a lot of analysts are saying that it might lose, it could very well lose to Green Book, of how kind of emotionally disconnected it can feel to some people. It felt that way to myself because there is no score and it uses a lot of wide shots, which means that you don't get those intimate close-up shots, and so it makes it kind of hard to relate to the character and kind of feel for them unless you could directly relate to them. Even though it is a very emotional and heartfelt movie, it's hard to connect to it, and so I think that's why it could possibly lose. But I think it is by far the best movie nominated for Best Picture this year, and I think it's going to win. It has been the front runner, but it might lose to Green Book, which I would be okay with, but I think that Roma is the best movie in this list. BlacKkKlansman, also equally funny as Green Book. It also deals with race, and it is just such an interesting story, and I would say of all these movies to watch, you should watch BlacKkKlansman and Green Book. Green Book, I think, is a lot more accessible for a lot more people, but they are both really great. BlacKkKlansman also kind of turns into like an action movie kind of at the end, so that's really fun. So notable snubs in this category are First Man, about Neil Armstrong, First Man on the Moon, starring Ryan Gosling, directed by Damien Chazelle. This is just a phenomenal film, and I don't know why it wasn't nominated. It should have been nominated, and yeah, it's a really, really phenomenal film. Also, 8th Grade. This film is amazing, and I love it, and it's so real and so personal. So now we're moving on to Best Actor in a Leading Performance. So we've got Christian Bale for his role as Dick Cheney in Vice, Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody, Bradley Cooper in A Star is Born, Viggo Mortensen in Green Book, and Willem Dafoe for his role in At Eternity's Gate. I have not seen At Eternity's Gate. Rami Malek is going to win this one. There is so much momentum behind him to win this, and I think he deserves it. But saying that, Christian Bale is my top pick for this. He played Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy, and at no point do I ever not think that he is Batman, or like I never feel that like, oh yeah, that's the guy that played Batman, like at every single moment in this movie I'm like, that's Dick Cheney. Wait, it's not? That's crazy. Like, it blows my mind how transformed he was in this movie. So notable snubs for this, Ryan Gosling for his role in First Man was phenomenal. Moving on to Best Actress in a Leading Performance, we got Glenn Close for The Wife, Lady Gaga for A Star is Born, Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me, Olivia Colman as Queen Anne in The Favorite, and Yalitza Aparicio for Roma. Glenn Close deserves this Oscar. She's gonna win it. There's so much momentum behind her, much like Rami Malek, but that's because this is her Lifetime Achievement Award, and she deserves it. She is amazing in this movie. The movie is really, really awesome. Even though it is kind of predictable, the journey to that predictable ending is phenomenal, and Glenn Close is just absolutely amazing in it. Lady Gaga and Olivia Colman could potentially win it, but I think that Glenn Close pretty much has this category wrapped up. And then notable snubs for Best Actress, Elsie Fisher. She played the leading role in 8th Grade. She was phenomenal. Also, Thomasin McKenzie. She was the leading role in Leave No Trace, and both of these actresses, both young actresses, both gave amazing performances. Oscar-worthy performances. I think the reason that they didn't get in is just because there are only 5 slots. And yeah, Elsie Fisher and Thomasin McKenzie, both phenomenal actresses that acted their hearts out in their respective movies, but didn't make it in. So now we are moving on to Best Supporting Actor. We have Mahershala Ali for Green Book, Richard E. Grant for Can You Ever Forgive Me, Adam Driver for BlacKkKlansman, Sam Rockwell for Vice, and Sam Elliott for A Star Is Born. Mahershala Ali kills in this movie. He is amazing. He's gonna win it. There is no way that he doesn't win it. Yeah, he's phenomenal in this movie. I want to address Sam Elliott in A Star Is Born. I love Sam Elliott, but I don't understand why people love his performance so much. Like, in the limited screen time he has, he's really great, but just, he doesn't deserve this nomination at all. There's just not enough there. He's great in the things that he's in, but like, to me, there's never a moment where I'm like, oh yeah, that's not Sam Elliott. And just, there was nothing transformative about the role, and so I don't understand why he got this nomination. Because personally, I think Russell Hornsby, for his role as the father in in The Hate U Give, he was phenomenal. He should have gotten in here. The Hate U Give should have gotten some nominations, but it didn't, and so I'm really pissed off about that. Best Supporting Actress, we got Rachel Weisz for The Favorite, Emma Stone for The Favorite, Amy Adams for Vice, and Marina de Tavira for Roma, and Regina King for If Beale Street Could Talk. And the reason that Regina King is at the bottom of my list is because I haven't had a chance to watch If Beale Street Could Talk yet. I'm assuming that she would be at the top of my list because she is on the top of everyone's list in this category, and she is gonna win. A notable snub is Emily Blunt in A Quiet Place. Emily Blunt was like terrific in A Quiet Place, and she deserves a spot in this. I would personally put her over Maria di Tavina for Roma, even though Marina was fantastic in Roma. Emily Blunt was like just amazing. Right, so we got Best Director. We have Alfonso Cuarón for Roma, Spike Lee for BlacKkKlansman, Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favorite, Adam McKay for Vice, and Paweł Pawlowski for Cold War. Alfonso Cuarón is going to take this. Like I said before when I was talking about Roma, it is a masterpiece of a film, and Alfonso Cuarón is terrific in his direction. And notable snubs in this category is Damien Chazelle for First Man. Just a phenomenal director, really directed First Man beautifully and really told a story that we needed to see, and he told it in a way that was very different from any other space movie, and he really set himself apart from all the other space movies with this movie. Alright, so we got Best Animated Feature between two animated features, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Incredibles 2, but Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is going to take this one, and it deserves it. It is such a phenomenal film, my second favorite film of 2018. Yeah, just absolutely amazing, and yeah, on rewatch, it might become my favorite movie of 2018. Animated short, it's going to be Bao, which played before Incredibles 2. Best adapted screenplay, it's going to go to BlacKkKlansman, even though The Ballad of Buster Scruggs' screenplay was phenomenal, and I really loved that movie. It's on Netflix. Original screenplay, The Favorite is going to take it. For cinematography, Alfonso Cuarón for Roma is going to take it. Best documentary is between RBG and Free Solo. I'm pretty sure Free Solo was on Netflix. I have not seen it yet, though. I have seen RBG, though, and it is an amazing documentary, and it deserves some love, and I think it's going to win. But the big thing in this category is the snubs of Won't You Be My Neighbor and Three Identical Strangers. I'm pissed off about Won't You Be My Neighbor not getting nominated, and it deserves this nomination, and it deserves to win this category, but it didn't. And yeah, the Academy people are stupid. Best documentary short, Black Sheep. Best foreign film, there's kind of some debate on this, whether if Roma's going to win both Best Picture and Best Foreign Film, or if the Academy's voters are only going to vote for Roma for one of the categories, but I think they're going to vote for both of them, and Roma is going to walk away with the best foreign language film. Film editing, going to go to Bohemian Rhapsody. Sound editing, it's going to go to A Quiet Place. Sound mixing is going to go to Bohemian Rhapsody. And production design is going to go to The Favorite. For best score, it's going to go to If Beale Street Could Talk. And notable snub in this was First Man's score, which was like it made the film terrific. It was like it was a character in this film. The score was, and I can't believe it didn't get nominated. Best original song was Shallow, of course, for A Star Is Born. For makeup and hair, it's going to go to Vice. For costume design, it's going to go to Black Panther. And visual effects, it is going to go to Infinity War. Even though that could kind of be a toss-up, but I think it's going to go Infinity War. So yeah, what do you think of my predictions? Yeah, I hope I do well. There are a lot of ones that could be huge toss-ups, but we will have to find out and see on Sunday. I will probably do like a reaction compilation. So yeah, we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Bye!